Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
Labor's Work and Pensions Secretary yesterday pledged to get 2 million more people into work, but hinted she will ditch tough plans to tackle welfare scroungers. In her first speech in the role, Liz Kendall declared, "We are the only G7 country whose employment rate still hasn't returned to pre-pandemic levels. That is a dire inheritance from the Conservatives." She said Labor was determined to reverse the trend that has seen a growing number of people drop out of the workforce on sickness benefits since the pandemic. But she indicated the government would abandon the tough approach of the Tories, and vowed to end divisive rhetoric about strivers versus scroungers. Ms. Kendall said the Department for Work and Pensions needed fundamental reform to shift from being a department for welfare to being a department for work. The DWP's annual report this week revealed that benefit fraud rose to a record £7.3 billion last year, with the department blaming greater public acceptance of fraud for the increase. But Ms. Kendall said she believed there were only a few who act fraudulently. She set a 10-year target to raise the UK's employment rate from 75% to 80%. A move that would equate to a further 2 million people moving into work. She said the number of those on long-term sickness benefits had risen to 2.8 million in recent years. However, the UK's employment rate remains above the OECD average and unemployment is barely half the level left by the last Labour government in 2010. Former Work and Pensions Secretary Mel Stride said Tory reforms had helped get 4 million more people into work since 2010, adding, "Rather than just spouting out aspirational targets, Labour needs to set out a clear plan for how they are going to get more people into employment." Mr. Stride and Rishi Sunak set out a tough package of welfare reforms in April aimed at ending Britain's sick note culture. Proposals included stripping benefits from claimants after 12 months if they refused to take a job. Ms. Kendall said job seekers would still be required to look for work and engage with support. But she said the Conservatives had put political point scoring ahead of solving problems, adding, "Their divisive rhetoric about strivers versus scroungers did absolutely nothing to actually get Britain working again." She gave few details on how her new approach would work, saying the government would produce a white paper in the autumn setting out proposals.